Okay, today we are starting our 5054 O-level physics and May, June 2024. It is 1 hour paper, paper 1, variant 2. And this is basically 40 MCQs question. And let's start with it. According to its solution, okay. 40 marks question total available. Okay. What is measured using a micrometer over there? Area we can't use because it is in the form of length over there. Current is ammeter and length is used for this one. So I will say length is the right option for it one. This is the length which is used for micrometer in the form of diameter also. Diameter or thickness of the wire is being used for this, and for area we use any formula according to square length multiply width or length multiply length. So this is not being used for the help of micrometer. Current is used by ammeter over there, we are not using here. Mass is with the help of physical balance, which we can say is also not the right option over there. So right option is only related to diameter, that is related to length over there. After that, he is saying over here for the second one that two people pull on ropes to move the boat along a canal. Okay, boat is going and it is the canal inside. Okay, the boat moves at a constant velocity. The vector diagram of the shows the tension on the rope of the ropes in is shown. So according to this, this uh, man is pulling a less force as compared to this one because this is the vector which is being shown over there. And if I, in the form of vector, it is shown. And so he is saying what is the resultant for both of them. So I will take this vector to this side to get this, and this will be the resultant for me. And I will say it is related to this. If I draw this, like this is my vector and I'm taking this vector in this form, then I will get the resultant in this form. That should be option A is the most right for this answer according to head to tail rule over there. Let's go to the question number 3 over there. According to question number 3, he is saying over here that the graph shows the speed of the car traveling in straight line changes with time. Which section shows the largest section over there? So for the largest section of acceleration over there, largest acceleration means maximum change in velocity with minimum time required. So if I look towards option A, this is the speed change from this point to this point with time requirement of this one. But if I look at this B, this is changing very less as compared to time. C is not changing and D is decelerating, and he is asking about largest acceleration over there. So option A is the right answer for this question over there. For the question number 4, here he is explaining over there that a man walks along a path from X to Y. The diagram shows the path from above X. This is just like a distance. The man measures the distance and he walks with time taken, which quantity is calculated using data only. So I will take the total time taken and total distance traveled for it. So I will say it is average speed is the right option for it. So I will say average speed. It is having the formula that is total distance traveled over total time taken over there. So the man measures the distance he walks. Distance is total distance and the time taken, even though he is taking some rest during flowing this, covering this distance. So we can say it is the average speed related to this one. For the question number 5, which property of object determines the resistance to change from its state of rest or motion? That is called inertia, basically, which depends upon its mass over there. It is so it is inertia, which depends upon mass of the body over there. Inertia. Its shape is not changing, which is determining that the body should come at rest or not. Its surface area and its volume are totally irrelevant answers over there. For question number 6, he is saying that the diagram shows a moon buggy used by the astronauts over there. The mass of the moon of buggy on Earth is 210 kg. Okay. The gravitational free strength on the moon is 1 by 6. On Earth, what is the weight of the moon of the buggy on the moon? Okay. So here, if I take the value related to this question, that I should go, that it will be like first on the earth. For example, if I'm taking 1 by 6, so I will say 10 over 6 multiplied by 210. What I did over here, this is my value of gravitational acceleration and this is my mass for this buggy over there. So I'm getting here 3 2 times 3 7 0 2 5 times. So I'm saying here 500,537,350 over Newton, which is approximately equal to 340 Newton over there. So option D is the right answer for this one. Let's move on to next question. This is saying over here that a car travels along a road. The force on the car due to the engine is 800 Newton, which is applied across the right direction over there. The motion of the resistive car depends on the value of the total resistive force R. Which row shows the motion of the car with given value of R over there? So if I go with it, I will simply say here that 800 is the total application. Okay, 800 Newton is total force applied over there. Then I will say here, then this resistive is also working. If I say that the resistive force is 500, then deceleration is not possible, because when I 500 to because applied force is 800, if my resistive force is 500, then it should be accelerating, it should be having 300 Newton as accelerating force. So it is not possible. If 800 Newton is resistive for 800, both are cancelling out. No acceleration, should be like full speed of the speedometer over there. So I will say this is also not possible over there. If I go with the 900, then what is going to happen, that if 900 is applied there, then I will say 900 minus 800 is 100 Newton is still available there, 100 Newton, and which is being used along this friction. So I will say deceleration is going to happen. So this deceleration is basically happening because of this 100 Newton force. So this is the right answer over there. 1000 accelerating, no. 1000 should having 200 Newton over on this side, and it should also be decelerating. So this is also not the right option for this question over there. After that, here he is seeing us four of the gravitational forces act between the objects in the solar system are listed. The force on the moon due to Earth, the force on the moon due to Earth, the force on the Earth due to Sun, the force on the Earth due to Moon, the force on the Moon due to Sun. Okay, which forces are Newton's third law of motion pair over there? Action and reaction are basically there. So if I look at this question over there, then I will say here that force on the moon due to Earth is the force on the Earth due to moon. So both of these options are only going to suit us. So we will say it is the right option B over there. This is action and reaction. On the other hand, Earth to Sun, Moon to Sun. So these two are the different. These are not the action and reaction of each other over there. A box is moved. A box is moved up a rough slope from X to Y. Okay. The diagram shows four forces acting on the box. Okay. Which force is used to force due to friction of the box? Friction of the box will be taken along this surface over there. So I will say if box is moving from X to Y, box is moving in this direction, then the resistive force definitely will be in backward direction. So I will say C is the right option for this. With that, this is accelerating force. This is its weight component. This is the normal force over this surface over there. C is the force of friction, which he was asking me for the box over there. The graph shows how the extension of four different threads depend on the load attached. Which thread is the most difficult to stretch over the range of loads shown? Difficult to stretch. So extension should be minimum with the load increase. So if I look at the option D over there, I will say that the extension is reaching up to this level, even though the load is much increased over there. When the load is at its its peak, extension is minimum. Then I will say it is having the minimum value for the graph over there should be taken into account. A satellite orbits the planet in a circular path as shown. It has constant speed and it has constant speed. There is no force on the satellite due to planet. In which direction the force of satellite when it is in position shown? So satellite is moving here. This is the satellite, always directed towards the mean position, towards the central motion when it is moving on a circular path in the form of circular motion over there. So this is not showing, A is not showing like this, B is not showing, C is not showing, but this D is showing the direction, always directed towards its mean position over there. And this is the D, which is the right answer for this one. A crane has a 58,000 Newton counterweight positioned 2.3 meter from the tower along a horizontal jib. The center of gravity P of the crane jib is marked. Okay, jib is this horizontal line, and this is the pole over there. 23,000 here, 58,000 is here. So I will have to go center of gravity marked. I have to go for the distance. What is the horizontal distance between 2300 Newton load and P? Is there is no moment about point P, that there is no moment about point P. So I will have to apply the principle of moments only. That is F1 multiplied D1 is equal to F2 multiplied D2 over there. So that is 5800 Newton multiplied by 2.3 divided by 2300 Newton. Two zeros cancelled out. Then there 58 times 2.3. So we are going towards calculator. Then we will see that 23 and 58. 23 2 times 46. 23 2 times 46, 10, 100, 2.5. 2.5 multiplied 2.3 to 2, 4, 3, 15. So it is approximately going towards C. So 5.8 meter according to principle of moments, which I have applied for this question over there. Clockwise moments and anti-clockwise moments are equal when the body is in equilibrium over there. And he said that there is no moment, it means they are in equilibrium. Clockwise and anti-clockwise cancelled out. A car of mass 750 kg travels at 400 meter at 25 meter per second speed. It then accelerates 35 meter per second and travels further 400 meter. What is the change in momentum of the car due to this acceleration over there? Okay, what is the 35, 25, 400 meter, 400 meter. So change in momentum I have to calculate basically. So I will say here that what is the change in velocity over there? 35 and 25, that is 10. 750 mass. So I'm using the formula over here. MV minus MU. M is common, V minus U is equal to M is 750 into V minus U. 35 minus 25, that is 10. 7500 kilogram meter per second. So option A is the right answer for this one, where I have to calculate only the change in momentum over there. Here he is saying a ball is dropped from rest at the top of the building. Air resistance is negligible. The velocity of the ball is 14 meter per second and it hits the ground. What is the height of the building? Here I will use the relation which is named as change in kinetic energy should be gain in potential energy, loss in kinetic energy, gain in potential energy over there. So I will say here I am using a ball is dropped from okay, half mv square is equal to mgh, and m is cancelled, g is 10 into 14 square over 2. So it is 14 square 1960. Am I taking right? No, 10 should be down and 2 should be up. M should be down to 10 should be up. Okay. So it is 2 also down and 10 is also down over there to get the H value over there. So H is 196 over 20, which is approximately equal to 200. So 200 divided by 20, I will get 10 meters. So option B is fine for it. Okay. For 15, which energy source is available constantly over a 24-hour period over there? 24-hour period, which should be available over there. So we can simply say here that what is in emergency we can use in the night, in the day, that is natural gas only, because solar cells are available only at day, tidal only for 2 times in 24 hours due to the gravitational pull of moon and the surface of ocean over there. Wind is available according to dependent upon the climate over there, so it is also not available. So only the natural gas which is available for 24 hours. A 15-watt lamp is turned on for 30 minutes. It wastes 7,000 joule energy. What is its efficiency? So first I will take the energy. Energy is total being taken over there. That is 15 multiplied by power multiplied by time, 30 multiplied by 60. So 135 with two zeros. How I calculated this? 15 multiplied 3, 45. 45 multiplied by 6, 1080. Sorry, I'm wrong over here doing this calculation. Okay. I'm saying here 6, 3, 18, 18 and 15. 180. No. 18 multiplied 15. Wait a second, I want to check my calculator. 15 multiply 18, 270. 27012. Okay. 27,000. 7,000 is the last energy, waste energy. So I will have saying 20,000 over 27,000 multiplied by 100. So 3 zeros gone with 3 zeros. So 2000 divided by 27. 2000 divided by 27. That is 74%. 74%. If from percentage to decimal place, I will write it 0.74. So I can say it should be the right option in the form of efficiency of the lamp. So 0.74 is um the total efficiency for this one. Go for the question number 17. Which quantity is not required, is measured in joules? So power is measured in watt only. This is measured in watt. Remaining other are all forms of energy that is measured in joules, that is measured in joules, that is measured in joules. Work is also be. Which description of the liquid is correct over there? So I am saying here that fixed shape, no. Fixed volume, that is only for solid. Fixed shape, variable volume, now. Value shape is being obtained by the liquid with the help of container over there. So it is not fixed over there. Variable shape, fixed volume, that should be the liquid over there. So C is the right option over there. A transparent box of has been dividing in a wall and it contains two different gases. One of each half is shown colorless gas and brown gas. The dividing wall is removed and the box is left for a long time. The gases do not react to what is seen in the box. Brown gas on the right and color gas on the left. Pale brown gas, several distinct over there, pale brown gas throughout because colorless is not shown, so it is the right option for it, that the pale gas should be overall taken throughout of the container because this is colorless. Only if it will go to this side also, it means it will its color will be little bit dim over there, but it will be on throughout over there. So this is the right option over there. A bottle containing a cold liquid is placed on a table on a warm day. Drops of water from form on the outside of the bottle, which process causes the drops to form? Condensation, conduction, convection, evaporation. So option A is right, that a bottle containing cold liquid is placed on a table on a warm day. Drops of water from the outside of the bottle, so it means that is the water vapors present in the atmosphere. They are cooling down and they are coming on the surface when they are in contact with the bottle surface. So they are being converted from gaseous state to liquid state. That is called condensation. So I will say here that it is the right option over there in the form of condensation. What is the specific heat capacity of liquid? Specific heat capacity. So I will say the difference between the boiling temperature and melting temperature. No, the energy required to change the state of 1 kg of liquid. No, not change, should increase the temperature. In energy required to heat 1 kg of the liquid through 1 degree centigrade. This is the right option. The energy of the required to heat 1 kg of the liquid through 1 degree centigrade. That is called specific heat capacity. Joule per kg per Kelvin, or per degree centigrade we also take for it. Okay, now he is saying over here which statement about infrared radiations is correct over there. So in vacuum, infrared radiations travel at the speed of light. It is correct. But we also check the other one. Infrared radiation is a longitudinal wave. No, that is a transverse wave or electromagnetic wave. Infrared radiation has higher frequency than ultraviolet. No, they have lower. White surfaces are better emitters of infrared radiations than black surfaces. No way. So let's move on the next one. The speed of sound in air is 330 meter per second. Which sound is classed as ultrasound? A sound whose wavelength is 250 centimeter, whose wavelength is 25 centimeter. So we will have to use V is equal to F lambda. F lambda and so I don't have the frequency over there. So I will say here none of the above. Because Wavelength he is giving me, but he is not giving me the frequency over there, because I know the relation is V is equal to F lambda. If I want to calculate my lambda over there for the speed of 330 meter per second, I must require the frequency first. So frequency is not given, so I will say none of the above is the right option from this. Go to the question number 24 over there, where he is saying here that which diagram shows how the light at a distant object form an image on a normal eye over there. So it should be exactly fall on the retina over there. So in this case, they are exactly falling. So it is the right option. Remaining all, they are not joining here. They are not joining on the fixed point. They are joining before the retina over there. So only option A is fine over there. The color of visible light is related to the wavelength of the light, which list in order to increasing wavelength. Basically, I can say that is Webb Goyer. From here, this is violet, this is indigo, this is blue, this is green, this is orange, this is yellow, this is red. If I see here, blue is at number one, okay. Then there is green, okay. Then there is yellow, okay. Then there is red. So it is my option correct. Just remember the word Webb Goyer. Violet, indigo, blue, green, orange, yellow, red for this question over there. Okay, here he is saying over here that a thin converging lens is used as a magnifying glass, which row gives the nature of the image produced and expression that is the linear magnification. Okay, linear magnification means we can say just the magnifying glass which we use over there, that it is virtual. Definitely in real the size of image will not be magnified over there. In real the object will not magnify over there. So image height over object height and virtual it should be there. So option C is there. It is virtual. Nature of image will be virtual. In real that not we should be obtained over there. Image length over object length will be the right option for it. Real is not possible. Real is not possible. For this, object length should be always in the denominator. So this is the right answer for it. Which application is not used for ultrasound over there? So cleaning jewelry, we use ultrasound there. Scanning an unborn baby, yeah, it is ultrasound being used over there. Ultrasound is used. Sterilizing water, we are not using for this purpose. Not using ultrasound. Okay, which equation is defining is correct for the potential difference? Potential difference is work done over charge. I think so. Option C should be fine over there, because I know that work done per unit charge while passing through work done per unit charge while charge should be passed through a component of electrical component of the electrical circuit over there. So this is the potential difference over there. Energy over time, we know this is power. Potential difference is equal to voltage multiply current. No, it should be not voltage, it should be resistance over there. V is equal to IR according to Ohm's law. Current over resistance. V is equal to IR. They should be multiplied, not should be divided. Division should not be done for them. So work done over charge is the right answer for it. Here he is saying the diagram shows 5 electrical resistors circuits. All the resistors shows the identical. Which circuit have the equal resistances? So identical. For example, if I say it is X, the total will be X by 2. Here it will also be X by 2. Here they are also parallel X by 2. Here they are series. They are 2X. Here they are again I can say it is in parallel. So it is X by 2. So I will say 1, 2, 3, and 5. So option A is right for it. How I took this x by 2, I will also do it for this one. 1 over x plus 1 over x is equal to 1 over r. So I will say x is the LCM. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 over x, 1 over r. So r is equal to x by 2. So I took in the case of parallel over there. Go for the number 30 over there. Which electrical appliance uses the heating effect of electricity over there? So, heating. Cell phone, no. Fan, no. Hair dryer, yeah, he is using. And lawn mower, no. Only hair dryer is using electrical energy to be converted into heat over there. In the next one, he is saying over here that how many kilowatt hours of energy can be used as 1000 watt heater connected to 230-volt supply for 30 minutes. So how much energy can be produced over there? So 30 minutes is 0.5 hour and kilowatt. So this is 1 kilo. So I will say here 0.5 kilowatt hour. What I did, this is 1 kilowatt. 1 kilowatt should be multiplied with 0.5 hours. So I will get energy, or we can say work done or energy over there. That is watt hour. So I took watt is 1 multiplied by 0.5 hours and I got 0.5 kilowatt hour. Okay. Which safety precautions must be taken when wiring an electrical kettle has a stainless steel outer casing over there? Okay, it is having the stainless steel casing over there. So it must be earthed and have a fuse in the live wire. Yeah, he's correct because a charge can be deposited in short circuit over there. So in the live wire, it should be taken into account. So it is the right answer also. Let's check the other one. It must be earthed and have a fuse in the neutral wire. Never. Fuse is connected always along the live wire. It needs the fuse in the live wire, but does not need the to be earthed. So it should not be done because the short circuit is possible, or the electric shock are possible. If someone is going to touch this, its body, he will get the short circuit over there. He will get the electric shock over there. It needs a fuse in the neutral wire. No, it's not possible. In the neutral wire, never he is going over there. What is the purpose of earth wire in the plug connection? In the plug, what is the function of earth wire in the plug connected to an appliance? Basically, if the appliance has the metal body over there, it should not be allowed to be getting some charge deposited over the metal body so that some person who is touching this can get hurt. So I will say here to complete the circuit so that the appliance works. No. To conduct the thermal energy of appliance. No. To prevent the person getting shocked. Yeah, this is the right option over there. This is a precautionary measure for using any electrical device over there. Now he is saying the diagram shows a wire carrying a current in a magnetic field over there. Okay, magnetic field is in the right direction and current is in upward direction. And if I use Fleming's left hand rule over there, because he is showing that only current carrying, he is not mentioning over there that, so it will be just like a motor over there. So if I take the motor effect over there, then I will see here its direction should be this upward, this is upward, this is this direction. So it should be into the page over there according to Fleming's left hand rule. Left hand rule over there. Okay. Let's go to the next one here. Here he is saying the diagram shows a simple DC motor over there. What is labeled as Q? Okay, Q. So we say here that it is a split ring commutator whose responsibility is to change or reverse the directions over there. to get the AC supply and AC function over there. Not a coil, not a magnet. This is magnet on which I'm writing. This is the coil and slip ring. Slip rings are these are just like a carbon brushes over there. And this is a split ring commutator which is going to reverse the direction. So Q is split ring over there. The diagram shows a transformer. This is step down because primary coils and secondary coils are there, and alternating voltage across the primary coil induces an unchanging voltage across the secondary. Now, the alternating voltage across the primary voltage over there. So he is taking over here. If we just look at here now, this is much more number of coils, so it is step down. So we can say here. Number two is fine over it. Alternating voltage across the primary coil produces a changing magnetic field in the iron core. A changing magnetic field in the iron core induces the alternating voltage across the secondary coil. So 2 and 3, option C is fine for it. Option C is fine for it. An unchanging voltage of primary coil produces magnetic field across the secondary coil. Unchanging can't possible. Let's go to the number 37. Which particle has the smallest mass over there? Electron is the smallest and lightest particle. Alpha particle is having two protons, two neutrons over there. Neutron is heavier. Proton is also heavier over there. So electron is 9.1 multiplied 10 is for minus 31 kg is the mass for it. Okay, in the number 38, he is saying over here, which atom has an isotope of the same element? Number of protons should be same for it. Number of neutrons should be different. So number of protons should be same. That is 14 and 14. And neutron 8, and here it is 10 over there. So 2 and 4. So option C is the right for it. Number of protons should be same. Number of neutrons should be different over there. Four types of ionizing radiations are listed: alpha, beta, gamma, and X-rays. Which type of radiations can be emitted from an unstable nuclei of radioactive material? Okay, here he is saying over there, which type of radiations can be emitted from the unstable nuclei? Alpha particles, beta particles, gamma rays. Yeah, he's right, because X-rays are produced with the help of heavy nucleus over there. So alpha particles and beta particles, only two, not possible. Gamma only, not possible. X-rays and gamma rays. So I will say here, alpha particles, beta particles, and gamma particles. Alpha, beta, gamma is missing. Gamma is included. X-rays are not possible because they are being produced when highly accelerated electrons are going to strike on heavy nucleus target metals over there. Then X-rays are produced. You will study the X-ray production in A levels is physics over there. What is the nuclear reaction that powers the sun? That is fusion reaction of hydrogen to form helium over there. So this is the fusion of hydrogen to helium. That is option C over there. So this was the end of your paper 1, variant 1, May, June 2024. Best of luck for your 2025 May, June exams. Thank you so much.